The Siege of Constantinople, Fall of an Empire. The year is 1453. For over 1,000 years, Constantinople has stood, a shining jewel of Christian power, Roman legacy, and Byzantine glory. But now, the walls tremble. The empire is dying, and the Sultan of a rising power, the Ottoman Empire, is coming to finish what centuries of war could not. Constantinople had once been the center of the world, the last breath of the Eastern Roman Empire, but by the mid-15th century, it was a ghost of its former self. Surrounded by Ottoman lands, cut off from allies, ruled by a desperate emperor, Constantine XI. Inside the city, 7,000 defenders. Outside, an army of over 80,000 Ottomans, led by a 21-year-old sultan with unstoppable ambition, Mehmed II. Mehmed was no ordinary ruler. He studied Alexander, Caesar, and the Prophet Muhammad. He believed it was his divine destiny to conquer Constantinople, the red apple of Islamic prophecy. He brought with him a secret weapon, Urban's giant cannon, a monstrous bombard capable of breaking walls that had stood for a millennium. He wasn't just going to besiege Constantinople, he was going to crush it. On April 6, 1453, the Ottoman assault began. The walls shook under cannon fire. Wave after wave of janissaries and mercenaries attacked, only to be repelled. Inside the city, the people prayed. The emperor led by example, fighting in the trenches beside common soldiers. But day by day, hope began to crumble. No reinforcements were coming. The West had abandoned them. One thing saved Constantinople, the massive chain across the Golden Horn. It blocked Mehmed's navy from surrounding the city completely. So what did he do? He dragged his ships across land, rolling them on logs behind the hills and into the harbor. Now, the city was surrounded on all sides. There would be no escape. After weeks of bombardment, starvation, and fear, the Ottomans prepared for their final attack. May 29th, before dawn, the signal was given. 3 waves of soldiers surged at the walls. The defenders held, then broke. Through a small breach in the defenses, the janissaries poured in. Emperor Constantine XI vanished in battle. Legend says he died sword in hand, refusing to flee. By sunrise, the city had fallen. Constantinople had stood for 1,123 years, but now it belonged to the Ottomans. The Hagia Sophia became a mosque, and Mehmed the Conqueror, just 21 years old, entered the city in triumph. The last remnant of the Roman Empire was gone. The Middle Ages ended in fire and blood. The fall of Constantinople reshaped the world. It marked the rise of the Ottoman Empire as a global power. It drove European nations west, seeking sea routes that would spark the age of exploration. And it left behind a haunting question. What happens when even the greatest walls can no longer hold? The siege of 1453 wasn't just a battle, it was the death of an era, the end of Rome, the beginning of the modern world. One city standing between 2 worlds, and when it fell, the world changed forever. Was Constantinople doomed from the start? Could the West have saved it? And was Mehmed a hero or a destroyer? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you love deep history, strategy, and the rise and fall of civilizations, subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Like, share, and spread the legacy. This was the fall of Constantinople,